Now, in its 11th year, this is GabNet. Talk like you've never heard it before.
Oh, yeah. Hey, it's a big Wednesday and it's live from Harlem in New York City. It's a program called The Ramble, and I'm Alex Bennett. Ladies and gentlemen, of course, what can I say? That's Lori Thompson. Hi, Lori.
Hi. If you were expecting Joan Collins, I'm sure
Something like that. Yeah, I was expecting something more gorgeous.
Oh gosh. I would have been more gorgeous.
I was telling Marjorie, as she said, "Oh well, you got to do a thing with Lori Thompson." I said, "Yeah, she's my second wife."
Yeah, exactly. It's not an office wife or a work wife anymore. It's just creative partners in crime.
Well, I mean, you were kind of like a wife. I saw you every day, and
Oh, it very much was that. Yeah.
Yeah. And I always felt as though, you were definitely part of my life. There's no question about that,
Well, it was, but Ben, we were a stable. We knew every morning. That's that's more stability than some marriage.
No matter what was happening in my private life, no matter what was happening outside, I could come into this womb.
Yes.
Called the morning show. And there you were, and Bubbles was there, and there were certain things that were a constant for me. So, it was a refuge.
Oh, yes, exactly. It was a safe place.
Yeah. And I used to say that no matter what was happening in the world, when I'm doing a radio show, nobody can touch me.
Right.
Because they don't want to interrupt the show.
Right. We can't. He's on the air.
Yeah. So and I kind of felt after a while, you were kind of like a second wife. I mean, I wasn't married at the time, so I don't think I was married at any of that time.
No, I think you were.
Huh?
I met one of your wives when I was first introduced to you.
Mm-hmm.
That when you hadn't, I don't think we'd been on the air yet, but we were.
That was probably Susan.
That was Susan. Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't know, when did I divorce her? When I was at the Quake, or did I divorce her when I was at Live 105? I can't remember.
You were in the process, I think. That was the rumor.
Well, I went about, what was it, 8 years or something before I actually got the divorce.
Yeah, I knew it was one of those extended things. Well, you always, like I say, brought home smart women, except for that one I didn't like.
Which one didn't you like?
Fish Princess.
Oh, a Fish Princess.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, that was short-lived.
It
was very short-lived.
Yeah, and you guys had a lot of fun, and I don't begrudge you that. I just thought,
not one of the better ones.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, one that made my life miserable for 11 years. But anyway, that's another one.
It wasn't always miserable.
But she was okay. She was okay. I mean, in spite of all the facts and the troubles and the whatever, I don't know, it was very unhappy at the end. It had its very happy moments. It was, it was what it was, and I don't regret a moment of it because there were some highs that were terrific and there were lows that were just absolutely horrible.
Yeah, but I saw you guys lasting a while.
11 years.
Yeah.
On and off. We broke up 11 times in those 11 years.
I knew it was off and on, but you speaking of work wife, so I used to sit with your fiance and her mom sometimes after, when we do the live shows.
But my fiance, I didn't have a fiance.
No, the 11-year.
Oh, that wasn't a fiance.
No, okay.
I mean, I would have married her, but we never got around to it because I don't think she ever wanted to. So.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's another story. We don't have to get into that.
We don't have to get into that. Well, I saw it headed that way, so I thought, meet the in-laws.
Yeah.
Your work wife, let's meet the in-laws.
What am I? I'm suddenly stopping.
You're giving what?
I was kind of
Jazz hands.
Jazz hands, but I was looking at that and it was not moving right. Anyway, it's horrible having to do something like this and also run the whole thing. Usually you had something buddy running the board or something like that,
Yeah.
But no, I have to run everything,
Yeah, you mean at the state, at Live?
Yeah, well, Live 105, I ran the board, but most of the other stuff was run from other studios. So when I went to the news, it was another studio.
Right.
When we went to something else, it was another studio, and I just simply pushed a few buttons here and there.
Right. And I could see you. That was the main thing.
Yeah.
I just want sight lines so I can see him. So from everywhere, no matter what, I could see you.
Yeah. So anyway, it was a refuge for me, and I think maybe you found the same thing to be true.
I did. When things were, falling apart in your personal life, it's like, but every morning, stability.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. You wanted, and it was a good thing. So you were my other wife, is how I put it, or my radio wife.
That's a good, yeah.
But I always found was incredible is people had the weird idea. They all had the idea that at some point you and I must have slept with each other.
I know. Well, I was drinking back then.
So you can't remember if we did. No.
I was going to say, I can see where their mind went to that.
Yeah.
But we even slept in the same room.
When we were in Ibiza.
Yeah.
You and I, we could only get one hotel room, so we slept in the bed together.
Yeah, and it was perfectly fine. It wasn't awkward.
No.
I remember that we went to a nude beach. This was before I had my boobs done. So after that, I was always ready to take off my top. But if you and I had never seen each other, obviously naked. Yeah. And so we went to a nude beach, I think. And at first I was really self-conscious about taking off my top. But then it was just like, whatever, but it was before the boobs.
Pre-boobs.
Pre-boobular.
Yeah, pre-boobular. So there was no shadow.
No. Exactly.
Yeah.
But then, man, and O.J. Simpson was right. Apparently his trouble with that pretty white wife of his, now deceased, may she R.I.P., started when she got her breasts done. It does do something to you.
Well, I think, women who have had breast implants that I've known, and I've gone out with two. The Fish Princess, those were phony.
Oh, I didn't know. Okay.
And my friend Kathleen, who I still think the world of today.
She's rocking.
She had breast cancer.
Right.
And so she had them done, and the doctor said to her, well, how big would you like it to be? And she said, oh, I don't know, make it a D, make it whatever the largest size is. So he said, sure, but then we got to do the other one to match it.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
She said, fine, go ahead. And it was all on the, on insurance. So because she had that for not cosmetic purposes, but because she needed to have them reconstructed. So anyway, excuse me, it's cold here, and my nose has been dripping for days.
That's why I'm wearing a sweater, because it's here in the flop and handle. It is very cold. It's like in the.
But anyway, so what was I saying? So I was I can't remember.
Talking about boobs, getting boobs done.
So, but what in all of them, every one of them, they didn't mind telling everybody they had fake boobs. Hey, look at my fake boobs. It's like, first of all, they paid for them, so you want to get your money's worth.
Exactly.
Okay.
It's like show and tell.
And they didn't deny them at all.
No.
And you don't. You make a big deal of, look at me. These are fake. Enjoy them.
Yeah. Well, it's just because it's fun. I don't like deceiving people. I like an aesthetic, meaning the way it looks. There's a certain aesthetic I wanted, and but I didn't, care who knew. I don't really believe in pretense.
I got to tell you something, though. Marjorie is how old is she now? She's 82.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. If you saw her boobs, you'd think they were fake.
Because they're in such good shape.
They're in such good shape, and they're so firm.
Yeah.
And yet she never had a boob job. When I first went out with her, I thought it was a boob job.
Really?
Yeah, but she just never had any kids, so they
That's
never
true.
went south. You
That's
know?
right. Yeah, and that will do it, I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah.
Because they
So
say sometimes when you're if you're flat chested, that you will have boobs after you've had a child. The boobs will stay with you.
uh,
But I
oh
didn't. I knew I wasn't going to have children,
yeah.
so didn't want to take that
Yeah, I
chance.
didn't want to take that chance. Screw it. Screw it. You know. But so I mean, women with fake boobs, it's amazing. They all go, hey, yeah, look at them. I mean, Fish Princess. I have a picture of her in the middle of the desert, flipping her top up. You know, take a
Yeah,
look at these.
that's it, man. They're like armor.
Yeah.
Look at my chainmail.
But I mean, it's amazing because I always thought, if you had like fake boobs, you would not talk about it. That you would like try and pretend these are your real boobs.
No,
And,
that's.
and
I mean,
every one of them I knew went, look at this, they're fake. And I'm going, wow.
well, especially because I was trying to remember the first time I didn't go to all my high school reunions. I went to very few, but I was trying to remember the first time I showed up at a high school reunion with the new boobs, and I don't know if anybody talked about it, but it was noticeable.
It gives you, I guess it gave you a certain confidence. I mean, not that you didn't have confidence. I mean, you were on the radio every morning. You can't do that without having a certain amount of confidence, but also part of what we did in private life, we were all insecure.
Oh yeah, yeah.
People in show business, if you had a common thing with them, the good ones, it's insecurity.
Yeah, because you always want to do better. I think that's what makes you do better.
Right, and also nobody would ever pay attention to you when you were younger, but as you did this thing, people paid attention to you.
Yeah, my mom, it made headway with her. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So, I mean, it really gives you a lot of confidence, but the breast gave you a lot of confidence, so that was good.
Well, it was just, that was my only insecurity, really,
Yeah.
and that I thought, I'm instead of worrying about this, I'm going to get them done. I'll buy a house and then I'll get them done. Because I thought that would be a real disproportionate priority if I bought the boobs and then before I.
Well, you got to have a place to house the boobs.
Right, and so.
Did you buy a house?
I did in San Mateo.
Oh.
Wish I still had it, man. It would be probably $1.5 million or 2 million, probably more than that.
Wow. Yeah. But you got the house and you got the boobs.
Yes, like 2 weeks after. And I remember there was nothing to read that day at the house because I used to go home and I'd lay in the sun and I'd read. There was nothing to read at the house that day, and I thought, well, I could call that boob doctor. And so if there'd been something to read, I might not have had the boobs done. But I called the boob doctor. I had done research too, so I knew the best one.
Oh, so you got the best boob guy.
Oh, best.
Yeah.
Stanford.
Yeah, well, you don't want somebody who's going to screw that up. You see so many people today, movie people, go on and get a facelift. And it's terrible. It's terrible.
Yeah.
Don't they do research? There are people who do restoration or facelifts who do a great job of it, and there are those who stink. What did you do? Look up the guy who stunk?
No, I mean, it's like, come on, Helen Hunt and Renee Zellweger looks great, but she looks nothing like herself.
Yeah. What do you call it? I'm trying to think. Kim Novak had work, and it was the worst.
It was the worst, man, and she was so gorgeous. We saw her on. We had her on before she had the facelift. She was doing. There was a Hitchcock.
Yeah, I can't remember. I think it was actually a
mastered.
Hitchcock owned about 6 pictures that he made at Paramount.
Uh-huh.
And he didn't release them for years because he felt if I held on to them, then when we release them again, they'll be worth something. And one of them was Vertigo.
Yeah.
And he had re-released Vertigo, and she was out promoting it,
Yeah,
and she wasn't a great actress or anything like that, but I always thought of her as a true screen goddess.
Yes.
That's the definition of screen goddess, how Kim Novak looked.
and she had kind of a husky voice. She was just a sexy person.
Yes.
And then I saw her on TV a couple years later, and she'd had the face work, and it was like, how could you have destroyed that face?
Well, maybe getting old gracefully is a good idea,
Yeah.
that, hey, this is what happens to you. I mean, I look at people like Helen Mirren. I don't think has had any work done.
No, and she's a fox, a
Do you know
stone.
that she's an American citizen?
Because she's married to Taylor Hackford?
Well,
No,
no-
he's British too.
He's British, too. She became an American in 2012, I think.
To
She got
protest the war on Grenada? Or
No,
what?
I think that sometimes they work so much in America that they feel it's the right thing to do.
Yeah, well, because
Okay.
otherwise they have to pay ridiculous taxes.
Well, forget about that. The fact is that you feel, hey, this country has given me a lot. I should give it something back. And so they become a citizen. Plus, they don't lose their British citizenship.
Oh.
They have dual citizenship because Britain doesn't say, oh, if you're going to be British, you got to get rid of that American citizenship.
It's not like getting a new driver's license.
No, you
when
get to keep your American citizenship. But in America, we don't recognize dual citizenship.
we don't, so we just pretend.
Well, we don't. We say, hey, you can either or. So you say, okay, I'm an American. But then you go to England and they say, oh, welcome back to
Yeah.
Britain,
Yeah. We could take a lesson from Britain.
But she is a perfect example of not doing anything and just looking stunning.
Yeah, she is.
In old age. In other words, making old age look stunning.
Yeah, exactly.
And
I read her. She had a memoir out, I think, which I read. I read all the celebrity memoirs.
Really?
But yeah, I'm a sucker for those and music biographies.
She's terrific. She's
Yeah.
just terrific. I love her. But a lot of actors have decided, I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to age.
Yeah,
And they age wonderfully. You know?
and what Demi Moore, I think Demi has had some work, but she still looks pretty great.
Yeah, she looks pretty great. Yeah, she's had some work done though. Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't get to that age and look like that.
Yeah,
Okay.
she is pretty well preserved.
I think that really you should just allow your age to exist and say, hey, unless if I did something, maybe I'd get rid of the bags under my eyes.
That's
or
what
something.
I would do. Yeah, and I get Botox. Well, I haven't had it in a while since the cancer, but these up here, they furrow. The lines on your forehead furrow, and I don't like to look stern because I'm not a stern person. So I'll
Right.
get over that.
Yeah, but I mean, I wish a lot of actors would grow old gracefully.
If they have a pact, we're all going to grow old gracefully.
Yeah, but the fact is that they don't want to grow old gracefully because if they look old, they feel people will not hire them.
But it is nice to see someone like aging into parent parts when they used to be the femme fatale or the dashing guy. And then they
what happened is the pairing of actors who were too old for the person they were paired with in the movie.
Oh, yeah.
Now, a good example is in North by Northwest, Cary Grant, who was well into his 50s at the time,
Uh-huh.
was paired with Eva Marie Saint, who was in her 20s.
Yeah.
And they're supposed to be a loving couple together. It just doesn't work. Now, the best part of that picture is his mother's played by an actress, very well-known character actress named Jessie Royce Landis.
Oh, okay. Didn't know.
Jessie Royce Landis played his mother.
Mm-hmm.
And she was 1 year younger than Cary Grant.
Oh, man. Well, I guess they figure it's easier to age a person with makeup. Well, the woman, Marin Hinkle, who played Mrs. Maisel's mother, was about Mrs. Maisel's age. And it's amazing, but they can age someone up without. Yeah,
Well, a lot of times people look old, and so that's the kind of parts they played in those days. I mean, when you were a character actress. And I got to tell you, Jessie Royce Landis had a very long and storied career. If I showed you her, I could show you her in about another 100 movies where she was just playing an also, you're so
okay.
also, so starring so and so, and also,
Jessica.
Jesse Royce
Well,
Landis.
do you ever wonder what Meg Ryan's going to like when we see pictures of Meg Ryan in 20 years? I wonder how she's going to be received by younger generations. I mean, we remember her when she was America's sweetheart, but
Worst facelift was what's her name, who was in Dirty Dancing.
Jennifer Grey.
Jennifer Grey. She became a big hit out of that movie.
Yeah.
But she had this honker. Okay.
Yeah. He did.
But, rather than go in and say, okay, let's just modify it, I think Barbara Streisand had a pretty big nose, and she just modified it a little,
Yeah.
Instead of that, they just gave her a whole new nose, and nobody ever recognized her again. They said, what happened to Jennifer Grey? She disappeared.
Like I was saying, Zellweger, she's gorgeous, but you don't go, that's Renee Zellweger. You just go, oh, there's a pretty woman. And
but it doesn't look like Renee Zellweger anymore.
No, not at all.
So, why do these people go to people who don't want to make them look like the person they are?
Like themselves,
yeah.
The one I always refer to is Kenny Rogers. I'm reading a Kenny Rogers memoir. He doesn't at any point refer to the facelift in the book. He has pictures, though, with no explanation of him after the facelift, and you don't even know why this guy's in the book. It's just like, what? Who's he?
The best thing that I ever had happen to me is I was working at, Sirius XM.
Yeah.
And coming to work at Sirius XM was a former well-known jock named Cousin Brucey.
Yeah, Cousin Bruce Morrow. Yeah.
Cousin Bruce Morrow. And they gave him a studio to do a show out of. So he decided to decorate the studio, which you don't do because you're not the only one using that studio, right?
Right.
After you're through, somebody comes in and does a sports show, right?
Yeah.
So he puts pictures up all in front of the glass. So we had floor-to-ceiling glass in each of these studios. Great. Put glass in a studio. What great acoustics. Anyway, he put pictures all up and down, right?
Right.
And here's a picture of him like in, I don't know, 30 years ago.
Yeah.
And he's got a receding hairline.
Uh-huh.
Right?
Oh.
And then have a picture of him today, and he's got a full head of hair. Who are you trying to fool?
That's it. I don't. That's what I think is more egregious for people than the actual face work is that you're trying to pull this off. Do you have that little faith in my intelligence that I wouldn't notice?
Well,
so that.
Yeah, like women love to say, hey, look at me, I had a breast implant, right? Guys will always deny a hairpiece.
That's true. Yeah, that is true.
They will always deny a hairpiece.
Remember Steve Allen's, how bad his was?
Yeah. Do you remember when I bought a hairpiece?
You did as a joke.
Yeah, I use it on one of my specials.
Yeah.
So, and it's weird. I only used it a couple of times. I paid what, $1,000 for it, and he was supposed to make 2 of them for me, and he only made 1, and I never got the other one.
Well, Phil Spector used to have like 20 made.
Oh, well, he had like some, so it looked like he needed a haircut. You know, he would start out, and that's kind of smart.
It's very smart.
You know.
Yeah, if you want to pull that off. I think, though, the pressure, and it's depressing to know that you're a person trying to pull the wool over the public. I think it does a number on your self-esteem.
Well, the thing is that with hair pieces, I always said that what you should do, or with facelifts or anything, you should do them modestly. In other words, if he gave me a wig that I didn't like, because I really felt that if I was getting older, at least give me some widow's peak here or something to make it look like, why would he? Bogart had a piece. That's
what you told me, yeah.
And Bogart had a piece, but they all looked like he was aging. They were all, they all had the widow's peak in them. And nobody ever said, hey, he's wearing a wig because it didn't look like. They said, if you get a wig, why would you put a widow's peak in there? Wouldn't you just, try to look like a beetle?
No. And some of those hair club for men, that's what they do. They give you kind of a shag or a mullet. Instead, it's like, I'd rather be losing my hair than have a shag that you have to go through life with.
Well, we're running out of time, but I'm going to keep going.
Ooh, because
I like talking to you.
Because we have fun.
Well, we just have, it's funny. First time we ever did one of these things, I was just amazed how we just got right back into that pattern of how we used to, talk to each other on the air.
Yeah, the banter groove.
and she knew my style as well as I knew hers, and it all worked for 11 years or something. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was just so pleased when we just started doing this.
Well, what I was going to say is we're going back to San Francisco to do this, whatever it is. We're doing an hour and a half.
Right.
That's it. And I don't know what are we going to. Number one, what are we going to do for an hour and a half, or can we do it all within an hour and a half? Because these people are paying $37 for the cheapest ticket, plus a 2-drink minimum. Plus, I guess I had to pay Ticketmaster some money.
Yeah.
So they paid about $100 to come see us.
And have you learned to juggle in the interim?
And do I feel the pressure of that one?
Yeah.
Because here it is. It's 27 years after our last broadcast at Live 105.
I was just honored that they thought of us.
Well, that isn't entirely true. Bubbles had to convince them to put us on the Sketch Fest.
Yeah.
And then it's funny also, I should mention this, they went, do you think he can fill a house? Now, Cobb's Comedy Club only has 400 seats, for crying out loud. I filled out the Frost Amphitheater with 9,000 people.
Exactly. I remember that.
So, yeah, and Bubs went to, of course he can. They didn't even really, I think most of them weren't alive when I was doing my radio show. That's always a possibility. So they said, well, we'll do it, but let's see if you can fill a house. Well, we filled it in, I think, 7 or 8 days. That was it. Boom.
I know, I was real pleased.
Sell out. So then they call us and say, can you do a second show? And I'm going, they want to do it on Sunday at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Who does comedy at 1 o'clock in the afternoon?
Well, they could go to church and then come, for the heathen.
For the heathen, yeah. And I just, went, I don't think so. Plus, you can't do it. You got to go to South America somewhere. You're going down to Brazil.
I'm going to Brazil, babe. Yeah.
Well, your husband is starting on the trip by himself, right?
No, I'm actually going with him, and then I'm flying home and then flying out to San Francisco. I'll have 2 weeks before I go to San Francisco, and then I will fly to Brazil from San Francisco.
Oh, wait a minute, though. Is he going to be on the boat in Brazil?
He will.
Yeah, so he's already been on the cruise for a while.
Right, yes.
Okay, all right. I'm trying to get this all straight. But you're not taking off on the cruise in the beginning, or are you?
I am. I'm leaving and then flying home from Barbados to Florida. I have to get a schematic, man. It's like one of those crime boards. Okay, I'll be here, and then she's here.
Yeah.
It's difficult to keep up with. Yeah. But I'm doing it because when this came up, I thought, man, I am so with that. I'm so on for that.
Yeah. So anyway, you're going to be gone for 2.5 months? I won't be able to do this with you for 2.5 months unless you can call me from the ship.
Which would be great, and we have better internet because we're getting a posher package. Yeah. But yeah, the internet I've been on is so sketchy.
You could probably do this. Mm-hmm. Obviously, if it's 1 o'clock now, what time is that? It's not that far off in time because you're going right down pretty much the
corridor.
The corridor. Yeah. So you could call me and we could do this. Well, we could give it a try once.
Yeah, let's do that. We tried it a couple times from not the ship because the internet is very unreliable, lots of dropouts, but we could do it from all these little towns in South America have town-wide Wi-Fi.
Yeah, but forget that. I mean, that's nice if we got a nice picture in the background of a mountain or something like that. But also, I think on the ships now, they're much better than they were. Yeah.
Starlink.
They do Starlink, which is Elon Musk's thing. Mm-hmm. And if you buy the better package, you get a better bandwidth, and chances are you could do it from the ship.
That would be good, because we do have, we pay for this. You get what you pay for on a cruise.
Yeah.
And we'll try it, okay?
Yeah. Well, we'll try it, and it'll be fine. But in the meantime, you're going down there, then you're coming up here, then you're going to San Francisco, then on Sunday you're getting on another plane and you're going down to Brazil to meet the boat.
And yeah, it's we had to work it out on paper. I had to write it down to go, where am I supposed to be?
Yeah, but your husband is so good at this.
He is.
That he had it all figured out.
He did.
Now,
I just on board.
I'm using as my new travel agent. I'm using Len LaFrisco because he said, I think I got you plane flight. I said, we have to go premium economy because Marjorie has a bad back. At least that's her excuse. And I said, okay, that's fine. You have to do that, but. So we have to do that. So he went and looked, and he says, well, I looked at how many premium points you have on your United, okay? And I looked at this, that, and the other thing, and it turns out that you have enough to upgrade you to business class. That's where you get these little stalls you stay in.
Cubicles.
Yeah. I said, okay. I said, how much is that going to cost me? He said, oh, there's an extra charge because there's some tax. He said, I think it's going to cost you $15. So I'm making him my travel agent from here on in,
He's a good dude, man.
Yeah, he's,
and organized.
He loves doing this.
Yeah, I know.
Just loves doing this. And I told him yesterday, we hit our
target.
We filled up the house, so I get two bonuses. So of about amounting to about $2,000. So I'm going to give him at least $500. I want him to have something. He wasn't expecting anything, but
that's nice. That is very nice.
But he did. I had Len LaFrisco, this guy calls the Monday Show. You all know who he is if you watch the Monday Show. Len just was terrific at getting this thing together because I didn't want to ask my business manager to do it. He turned 90. It's a lot of bandwidth, especially when you're 90. I didn't want to do it, okay, producing it. And he jumped in and said, I'll produce it for you. And
I know, what a dream.
He was the best.
Yeah.
He got everybody. He put them all in line, And,
plus, he's fun. He's to interact with, to call.
He says, Slayton calls him every 2 days with some other, thing he's got to yell and scream about. And I said, just get used to it. That's Bobby.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Bobby. Hey, listen, we have run way over, and with you, I don't care. I could sit here and spend the rest of the show with you,
The time doth fly.
We don't talk about much of anything, to tell you the truth. But let me tell you a quick story. Before we went on today, I decided I put some makeup on here because I have some rosacea up here, right?
Yeah.
So rather than use the usual powder, I thought I would use a cream. And I had this face that was so messed up with makeup, it didn't work, all right? So I had to somehow get it all off.
Yeah.
So I could put on the powder.
Use a powder.
And it was just, I was looking like,
See, that's it. You don't want to try anything new before you have a big appearance on camera.
I don't know why I did it, but anyway, it's still coming off my face. See the.
You'll find it on your clothes.
See that? See, there it is. There's the makeup. Anyway, listen, darling. Let's talk next week, huh?
Let's do that.
And we're going to be doing that show in San Francisco too, so I'll get to actually see you.
I know. That will be fun.
And then we're going to the tribute for Live 105 the day before, the night before.
Yes, so I've got my outfits arranged, and I think I might have to go directly to the Live 105 thing from the plane. So it takes a lot of logistical
Oh,
planning.
really? You're doing that? I'm going a day early, so I can just kind of
I'm going
in.
the Friday before.
I'm
Yeah.
going the Friday before is that thing.
You're right.
I'm going in Thursday so that
Oh.
I have a day to settle, and then
Yeah.
I'll go to that thing. I guess they have lifts and things like that in San Francisco, so
Oh, yeah.
getting around shouldn't be a. Although this thing's in where's Alameda? It's down South Bay.
It is right across the Bay Bridge, and it's not a part of the East Bay. I don't think of it as part of the East Bay. It's more of an island to the right as you go to the East Bay from the
Oh,
bridge.
really? So I have to take well, actually, Buddy Love says he'll drive me around everywhere for the
Well,
week.
that's nice.
Well,
yeah.
we're staying with him, so you're going to drive me around. So maybe I'll have him drive me over there. Either that, or I can take a lift.
Yeah, either way, you'll be there. I think Lisa Carr's picking me up.
Yeah.
And she's coming to the shows. Yeah, so
Well, she's picking you up where? At the airport?
no, I got to take Bart, and so she'll pick me up at Bart.
At BART.
Yeah, in Alameda.
Oh, well, she's probably going to go to the Live 105 thing too, right?
Yeah, that's what I mean. She's picking me up for
And
that.
I'm wondering, I got to talk to Bubbles, see if he's going too.
Yeah.
But anyway, Lori, we've talked for 35 minutes, and everybody hates you for it.
Well, there.
Yeah, 10 minutes over. Anyway, thank you so much. We love you, and we'll see you next week. Ladies and gentlemen, the lovely and attractive Lori Thompson.
Now, in its 11th year, this is GabNet. Talk like you've never heard it before.
Ah, yes, there he goes. There they go. There everybody goes. Anyway, thank you very much, Lori. Appreciated as always. And let me see here. Let me see. We're going to go. I hope this is all going to work tonight because I've changed things around a little bit here, and I have to see if it works all right. Okay. So we're going to bring in our people, admit all, okay, and now let's see what happens here. Let me see. I'll go like that, and there they are, folks. That's our, it looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. Yeah, but I'm a little out of sync here. I don't get it. I never get it. No, well, what the hell? Hello, everybody. How are you?
Hi.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah?
Good.
Okay. How are you, Jeff? Are you doing okay?
Yeah,
Yeah.
happy day.
Happy day. It's weird being the same age as old people. You've had that one on before.
Yeah.
I think you've run out of T-shirts is what I'm actually believing has happened here.
I'll buy some more.
Hmm?
I'll buy some more.
I like your back shirt, your backup
The back,
Behind-
Green screen, Charlie.
screen.
Oh, yeah.
Green screen.
the backup. You mean the background?
Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm just going back to my astronomy roots.
Hmm? Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Let me see here. Let me go to some place where I don't know if I'm. Well, I got a problem there. So what the hell? I give it up. I give up. Anyway, let me go back to that. All right. Well, I don't know if we're out of sync or not, but that's life. So what's happening to all of you? Let's see here. Alan, how's your life been going?
I'm doing okay.
Yeah. And tonight, Amy isn't going to do a show tonight.
No.
But she'll do one
Right.
tomorrow night, she says.
Yeah.
Huh? Yeah, there was a death in the family, so
Yeah.
they got things to do. So,
Yeah, things happen.
huh?
Things happen.
Things happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, stuff happens. Well, I don't know what to talk about. Is there anything to talk about today?
I don't know. You seem to be able to talk to Lori forever.
Well,
Yeah.
what's wrong with that?
We were sitting here waiting for you.
Oh, I didn't care. I love listening to Lori. You can talk all night.
Yeah. Yeah, she
All right, Call her
can.
back. Put her on the show.
Hmm?
Call her back. Put her on the show.
Put her on the show.
I'm waiting to see how much my tickets are going to go up to.
What do you mean? How much
I mean,
your tickets are going
I've
to
already
go?
bought the tickets to the show that you're coming out for. I understand it's sold out.
Yes, it is. Actually,
You were worried about getting 400 seats sold, and they're sold.
oh, okay, all right.
So
So-
now I'm wondering if I can make some money on the 2 tickets.
Well, I'll tell you what happened. I told Lori this. Maybe you didn't hear it because some of you don't tune in early enough. But all of a sudden, these people who in the beginning didn't even know who the hell I was, I think, for the Sketch Fest, because they told Bubbles, because Bubbles suggested we do a show on the Sketch Fest, and they said, "Do you think he can fill a room?" And he said, "Are you kidding?" They don't know who I am. Some of them weren't even born yet, probably.
Probably.
You know, or if they were born, they were like 5 years old when I left being on the air there. And this thing sold out in 8 days. All right, which this much ahead of time for a show is pretty damn good. All right, so anyway, so so they then, it sold out, and when it did, all of a sudden they're calling Len and saying, "Can he do another show, a second show?" But they wanted to do it on Sunday at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Lori isn't going to be here. Slayton has something else he has to do. I mean, so we just told him, nah, we're just doing the one show and that's it. So don't you wish now you put us in a bigger room? But what am I going to say? Anyway, so that's our little fun thing that's been happening in the last couple of days. And let me see here. What else is happening? Let's see. How many here think Pete Hegseth? Forget it. I don't know how to pronounce his name anyway.
Franklin.
Franklin, yeah. Pete Hegseth. How many think that he's in big trouble?
Oh, yeah.
I do. I don't think he's going to make the show.
No, I don't. But how many think he's in really big trouble?
Well, he is. It's obviously a war crime.
Well,
What is
it's obviously a war crime, but not to Trump.
Yeah.
Nope.
Trump will just pardon him.
Couldn't Trump be responsible for this? I mean, after all, he is the president.
Yeah, but he's got immunity, remember?
Maybe he should go back in the closet and find that little plaque that used to go on the desk of the Resolute desk that said, "The buck stops here." Because after all, isn't he guilty of whatever went on? Aren't you responsible for the people below you?
He appointed Hexes.
He could take the responsibility. Say it's on me, it's not on Pete, and nothing's going to happen to him. So, and
Did
then
he so far say, "Oh, I really haven't looked at it"?
Well, but what they're trying to do is they're trying to blame it on this admiral.
Yeah.
right, of course.
And the admiral was only taking orders from Hegseth. How do you suddenly say it's not my fault? It's the admiral's fault. Well, wait a minute. No, it's not. It's horrible. It's just terrible. It's embarrassing.
And then a week later, he did another top secret thing on the same media and got his wife in on it.
No, isn't that whole Signal Gate thing? Doesn't that go back to the original problem with his, Signal app or whatever it is? It's not the present one. It's nothing new. It's an old one that they continued to investigate. But how long is it going to be before Hegseth gets thrown to the wolves?
Oh, Trump will throw him to the wolves. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Trump never stands by anybody.
No.
Well, if the guy's smart, he'll quit.
So is anybody planning on calling tonight besides this? Jeez.
Yeah, where is
I'm
everybody?
spoiled by the Monday show.
Yeah.
You know, a ton of people for that show. Now, maybe, what is it? Is it it's on during the day? Is that the reason?
Yeah. I think it's the hour.
Do you think we're too late at night? You think we should put the show on earlier, maybe?
Mm.
You know, I don't want to do it at 4 o'clock because I don't want to spoil the feeling of that other show. But maybe I should move it to mornings or something. I don't know. I haven't figured it out. But, you know, and there's too much stuff out there. So,
Yep.
you know, this is another stuff.
A lot of times on Wednesday, you have a lot more people.
Yeah, it's Thursdays. It's a problem.
Yeah, Thursday, whatever the reason for that is. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good question. Why should I do anything on Thursday? You know, I mean, really. But anyway, so here is Charlene. It says Charlene's iPhone. Here we go. Here comes Charlene. At least she's coming to the rescue. You know, which is cool. You know, so anyway, let me see here.
I was going to ask you a question. No, I forgot. I had surgery today. How's that?
You had surgery?
Oh, okay. How'd it go?
The least they given 2 needles into my arm,
2 needles into your
my
arm.
ankles.
Wait,
Actually,
what, 1 at a time or 2 at once?
no, she puts on one, and then she puts another one.
And what were they doing?
Oh, it's my little ankle always hurts, and it's a little difficult to walk, and so I have arthritis down there, and she gives us some
Wow.
special.
Cortisone?
Excuse me?
Cortisone injection?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, I guess that's what it was. Sure. That's good stuff.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
worked for me.
You know, it
Works
works.
for me.
I got to
And it
go.
lasts for, these days.
Well, I have to go
3
next
months or something
week or
like that.
something to do my hand again because I have arthritis there. And you know, get a little cortisone. Hello there, Charlene. How are you?
Oh, you want to know what happened to me tonight?
Well, first of all, could you turn is it possible to turn your iPhone sideways?
The other way? Oh,
There you
okay,
go.
sorry.
Much nicer. Much nicer.
Okay.
Yeah.
So anyway, some young girl that my son used to go out with wanted to go to the tree lighting at Rockefeller Center. And she told me this a couple of weeks ago. And I knew that it was not a night to go, because tonight's the night they televise it. So I have to let her, so we go all the way there. Oh my God, it was like being in Times Square on New Year's Eve. They had like stanchions up and everyone's banging into you and stuff. And we saw no tree lighting or anything.
Oh, actually went over there?
Yeah, it was horrible, Alex.
Really? Oh,
yeah,
man.
they have it
I
all
would-
barricaded off. You can't get near anything. Everyone's going to the top of the rock,
Yeah.
paying to see it and all this. And I knew that was going to happen. Those kind of things, you're better off to stay at home and watch it on television.
That,
right?
that's idiotic. And going to your relatives in another state during Thanksgiving is a bad idea,
Exactly, and get stuck in all that
Yeah.
traveling.
I mean,
and all that
who
stuff.
travels anymore on Thanksgiving? I mean, except morons. And I guess there are a lot of morons out there.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, we have no friends, so it doesn't matter. We don't have to go anywhere. We just stay here and
Right.
you
right.
know. We went out and had our little inexpensive Thanksgiving dinner at a major restaurant here in New York. How much do you think dinner came to for Marjorie and I?
$200.
Yeah, that was my guess.
Try 488.
Wow. That's a
Taco
lot.
Bell is expensive in New York.
Huh?
Taco Bell is expensive in New York.
Yes, it really is. No, we go to a place called the Union Square Cafe or restaurant or whatever. It's actually a very fancy restaurant.
Yeah.
I don't know why it calls itself either a cafe or whatever. It used to be on Union Square, and then they lost their lease, so now it's somewhere else in town, but they still call themselves the Union Square Cafe or, But it's just a really nice dinner, and it's great service. It's a world-class restaurant, so we didn't mind it. But still, $488. That was with the tip, I might add. But that was better than the one we went to for her birthday, which was almost about as much. And the problem there was the service was terrible, the food was horrible,
Wow.
and you go, why am I doing that? I don't understand it.
$488 for
Huh?
meat turkey. Would you have turkey, like a turkey dinner?
No, we didn't. Oh, did I have turkey? No, Marjorie, I think, had turkey, I believe, but I'm not sure exactly, But anyway, but it was good, It was fine. I can't complain, But
What's
That
he
was
been
without
doing?
liquor? No,
Huh?
no drinks?
Marjorie had 2 Prosecco's, so that jumps the bill up a bit. I was used to going out with women who didn't drink. And all of a sudden, in the last 20 years, I've gone out either with women who drink or married one. And so all of a sudden, where I thought of a certain amount of price being dinner, as soon as you added liquor,
Yep.
that's a profit center for them, But I really wish we didn't have to, deal with that. But everything's so expensive now. I mean, so much more expensive. I used to spend an average of maybe $150 to $200 at Costco. I haven't had a week now where it wasn't $300.
God.
It's not like I'm ordering anything different,
Costco is suing the Trump administration.
for the tariffs.
Yeah, for the tariffs. Big news today. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I think they should, and they're very good. They don't like to have to charge higher prices.
No.
They like to be.
Amazon did it, and it didn't work out so well for Amazon.
Amazon did what?
Went after the Trump administration for tariffs. The stock dropped like crazy, and Trump threw cooties at whatever the guy that runs Amazon.
But they tried to sue him as well.
Yeah, not today, but a few months
Costco
back.
might do better. I think Costco has guts,
Yes.
and they've said a few things about him.
Costco won't do away with the DEI or DIE or whatever either. So
Yeah, they wouldn't go along with that.
no.
So they basically said, screw you. I looked at a list of the people who are putting money in to the White House ballroom.
Oh, jeez, yeah.
Okay. And I looked at the list and I went, okay, who am I going to buy my next computer from?
Yeah.
Alex?
Apple was on there.
Michael Dell.
Michael Dell was on there. Who else? What do you call it? Microsoft was on there.
Bill Gates, yeah.
I mean, every major computer maker in America was on there. So if I say, hey, I'm not going to buy from them because they gave money to the ballroom, I'm not going to be able to do this show anymore, okay? Yeah, Charlene?
Alex, what's going on with that mess? Like, I just couldn't believe he did that. One day he woke up and said, demolish the West Wing. And they came in and they just knocked it all down. But now you don't hear of, like, how's it going? It's Christmas now.
Well, for instance, I think the government and the people in charge of the White House, he isn't in charge of the White House. It's the Forestry Service or whoever, National Parks Service it handles the White House. Where's somebody suing him saying, you got to pay back all the money, you got to put back that West Wing, East Wing.
Yeah, nobody told him to do that.
Not the West Wing.
I said the East Wing.
I know.
Yeah,
Charlene said the West Wing.
the East Wing.
Oh, well, I got my wings messed up. Sorry. Go ahead.
Doesn't matter, but
We knew what you meant.
they got the East Wing all screwed up there, and they removed it without asking permission from the Park Service, as an example. And he should be required, out of his own pocket, to rebuild the East Wing.
Put it all back.
And then we'll talk about your stupid goddamn ballroom, which is bigger than the White House.
Right, itself.
It's terrible. It's just terrible.
And then, like, they keep saying that, was it Truman or Eisenhower or somebody, like, they they ripped out everything inside but left the facades of the building. But they had to sure it up with, like beams, like steel beams. And then, that could be a mess that he started, like, once he attacked that side of the building. It could be like he ends up ripping down the whole thing or something if it's structurally unsound now or something, Like, the way he did that was just crazy. And I don't know how does he get away with that now too? Another thing, right?
Well,
Nobody cares.
all the stuff he's put in there, the gold stuff on the walls and stuff like that.
That's the ugliest
I suddenly realized the White House is getting to look like a whorehouse.
Yeah.
And a very bad whorehouse at that.
That's where he feels comfortable, in a whorehouse.
Yeah. I mean, it's just terrible. Just terrible. And I don't know why nobody's taking him on that.
I know.
By
Nobody
saying, you
cares.
can't do that. You have to ask permission. This is not your home. Okay?
Yeah.
It's a rental. Okay? At best.
Nobody told him to do it. I mean, he just came up with this idea. We need a ballroom, and bam, he gets demolition and demolishes the whole thing. And now, when is he going to finish it? I mean, what's going on? I don't hear anything else said about it now.
It's just
like
sitting
they
there.
dropped it.
Oh, you know what the latest is on it?
What is
the person? What do they call him? A guy who's going to build it for him?
Yeah.
The architect or the
No,
Contractor?
the contractor
contract?
is thinking of pulling out because he doesn't like what he wants him to do with it.
Oh, okay.
And
Probably something crazy.
yeah,
That's not feasible.
I mean,
right.
it's in a lot of trouble. Amazing,
I know.
just amazing, But what the hell? What are you gonna do? I mean, this guy just won't. You can't tell him no. You can't do that. You have to ask permission first. Why do I have to ask permission? I'm the president. I'm in the White House. I can do anything I want to the place. Look what he did to the lawn.
Yeah.
Just completely demolished it. It's like, the next thing you know, he's going to have like some cars up on blocks in the front of the
Right.
White House,
The old non-gold toilet with a plant in it in the front yard.
Well, you know what he's got? He also did the Lincoln bedroom. He brags about, you should see the Lincoln.
Yeah, he ruined it.
The Lincoln bedroom's bathroom. And again, it looks like a whorehouse.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sorry. Gold is not the best way to decorate, okay? And he just, I don't know. I don't understand the guy, to be honest
God,
with
it
you.
must be cold sitting on that gold toilet seat in the middle of the night.
Yeah. Bet your life. Anyway, so that's the other thing. Now, the best one was yesterday when they had a thing at the White House, okay? And Hegseth was there talking about what was going on with Hegseth and a whole bunch of other things. And then it was, these cabinet meetings, really, they just go around the room and everybody kisses Trump's ass. That's what they're required to do. Oh, Mr. President, you've done such a wonderful job with this. You've done a wonderful job with that. And he falls asleep.
Right.
Not just falls asleep. He's asleep through half of the goddamn thing. He's just dozing off. It's one thing to call Biden incapable.
Sleepy Joe, right?
Yeah, Sleepy Joe. And then you yourself, I never saw Joe Biden fall asleep at something.
No, not that bad.
And he was just,
With his mouth hanging open, like,
Yeah.
yeah. And
Wait for the drool drool.
A little drool, yeah.
Yeah, I think what's happened is you think he's fallen asleep, but actually the stroke that he had is
Yeah.
causing him to droop.
I don't think he's had a stroke.
Yeah, he needs the MRI for something.
Yep.
Well, yeah, but he didn't know where it was.
I know.
Now, I don't know
that
about
shows
you.
right there.
I've never had an MRI, but I've had things like, what do you call it?
I've had 6 MRIs,
Six-
and I knew exactly what they were looking for every time.
Well, they've
You
sent
mean a
me
CAT scan, right?
They
CAT
sent me
scan.
in for CAT scans any number of times, and I knew what they were doing. I knew where they were doing it.
Well, actually, you had prostate cancer, and an MRI is better at imaging a prostate than.
No, it isn't. No, it isn't.
Yeah, it is.
No, it isn't. I'm telling you now, the reason they gave me a CAT scan, or what do they call it, CT scan,
Right.
was because that's the way they go and look at the prostate. And by the way, they didn't. What did he do? Well, he did a biopsy, so that took care of it that way too. But they never even recommended an MRI.
When they put the seeds in, sometimes they put them in with the MRI running.
No,
It's not,
no,
yeah,
never. That's it.
I've had 4 friends that have had.
Oh, well,
seeds.
then they had seeds done badly because my guy just went in there and did it. And I know what he used to see where they were going. You're not going to put somebody in an MRI for that because because of the where he has to work and how he has to work. They were using a CAT scan that kind of was over me and was going around, but it wasn't. And then they moved it out of the way. Nothing with an MRI.
So the CAT scan is about this wide, and it's got a series of cameras that spin around, and it spins around so quick you can feel.
No, but this is different. There are also MRIs, CT scans. Boy, now you're getting me all mixed up. There are CT scans that are not that look like all the other CT scans. These are ones he can have over me while he's doing the seeds. But he was using something. They had something they were putting in front of me every now and then. But I was so out of it, I hardly knew. But it wasn't an MRI, okay? Because to do an MRI and do the seeds, he'd have to crawl in there with you. Does that make sense?
Sure.
Okay.
You want some crawl up your ass.
I would have been nice to have company, but I don't.
Yeah.
But anyway, so the president doesn't know where he had an MRI. It turns out it was probably his abdomen somewhere, something in his abdomen. That was there's some problem he's got that they're not talking about. Yeah.
Yep.
Did you see now they say that his sleeve looks funny, like there's some kind of a device under it, and they think that he could be helping his heart or something with some sort of device. I saw that on some news.
Well,
broadcast.
everybody's looking for everything they can because, quite frankly, they like him to be real sick and drop dead. Okay,
I know,
but that's not going to happen.
And then they say now they want them to release the MRI. We got the Epstein thing. Now we want the MRI.
I think it's very important that any president let people know how his health is.
Right.
Completely tell us how their health is, but they don't. And that's that's a pain.
He's
in the
hiding things. Yeah.
He's hiding. They're hiding something, and for whatever was wrong with Biden, and it looked like Biden's abilities were going okay. For all they may have withheld there, I mean, Trump is far worse off. I mean, falling asleep at a cabinet meeting,
and he can't walk. He zigzags and gets lost. In China, he was all over the room. And
he didn't know where he was going. He didn't know where he was. Yeah. But, he could be as sick as we want him to be sick. And what do we get as a result?
Vance, right?
Vance. So, what the hell?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So anyway, and let's see here. That was another story that was going around. And now every time I go in and Marjorie's watching MS, and it's called MS Now.
Yeah, they changed it.
Rachel Maddow the other day said the MS stands for Ms. But anyway, every time I go in there, all they're talking about is the same couple of stories, you know? And it's always Trump did this and Trump did that, okay? I get a little tired of that, you know? I'm getting tired of it. I mean, my old producer, Albert Reynosa, says he doesn't even watch the news anymore.
Nope.
You know, because he just can't stand what's going on. So, whatever.
On the internet,
Huh?
get on the internet, look at CNN's website, and if it's a news thing you don't want to read about, you don't read about it.
Yeah.
If it starts out with the President of the United States, I go to the next article that talks about somebody else or something else.
Well, you know, when he was president the last time, Marjorie and I said, we're not going to watch the news. And we went almost 3/4 of a year not watching the news.
Wow.
And I think we were better off for it. Because all the news is trying to do is get you to watch it. And how do they get you to watch it? By stirring up the pot, you know? And so therefore, I mean, I'm talking about all of them. I'm not just talking about Fox. All of them will take stories and just bleed them to death. And right now it's Hegseth. Hegseth this, Hegseth that, you know.
Alex, Hegseth, is that the thing where they blew the second boat out of the water?
Well, it was not, what do you mean, second boat? They've blown how many boats out of the water
And now he's threatening to put boots, like he actually
No, wait a minute.
physically
Hold on a
going in
second. How many,
8 or 9?
Yeah,
Eight or
8 or 9 boats.
eight or nine
blown out.
boats
More
that
now.
he's
Wow.
yeah. And the problem now is that in one of them, some people escaped and jumped into the water, and then they went back and killed them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
now it's murder,
which is in violation of international law.
Right.
Complete violation.
Geneva Convention.
Violation of U.S. law.
Right.
Yeah.
And the Geneva Convention.
And you know, here's the thing I don't get. Please tell me I'm an idiot and I'm a moron and I don't know what I'm talking about, which is not unusual, okay? Because people do it all the time with me. The question is, I guess, why are those boats out there in the first place? I
Right.
mean, if they know that you're off of Venezuela and you're in a boat, that you're risking having them come along and shoot you down. All right? So you wouldn't do that, would you? I mean, would you take a boat out there, even if you were a fisherman?
I would. This is people's livelihood. How are they going to give up their livelihood?
but forget about livelihood for a moment. I don't think you would do it. I think you'd be very careful not to do it because you don't want to take the risk. So what are those boats? Are they perhaps boats we put down there and they're being run by some kind of remote control and then we take a picture of blowing them up? I mean, I'm just wondering if it isn't something we're doing because I can't imagine that any Venezuelan drug dealer would say, okay, let's head out now and sell our drugs somewhere. No.
Yeah, but for every boat they blow up, how many boats get past them somewhere else?
Well, I don't know if boats get past him or not. That's not the point, really, if you're be
No, they're
honest
not
about it.
blowing up every boat in the water. They're picking boats that they.
Yeah, that they think they're drug boats.
Yeah. But how do you know they're drug boats?
Well, because there's no fishing rods in there. I don't know.
I mean, I don't know there are no boats in there. I don't know what the story is. But I mean,
Nobody
I
has
just don't, I can't figure out why the people are going out there with those boats when this stuff is going on,
Right.
I
So,
wouldn't.
yeah. Hello, Ray.
Hello.
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Fine.
All right.
Good. Okay, that's it for Ray. Thanks for calling, Ray.
Well, I'm going to have back surgery.
Uh-oh.
You know what's happening? This whole crowd. We got Mr. Jeff, who is of course the poster child for strokes, and we got Charlie, who's only got 4 toes. Okay, and not because he was born that way, you know. And what's your problem, Alan? Do you have any medical problem? He's just fat.
I'm fat. That's it.
Yeah. Charlene, what's your medical problem?
Oh God, my shoulder now is really bad. My
Okay.
left shoulder.
Yeah. This is what happens when old people get together. The first thing they do is discuss medicine. And you,
Yes.
Ray, what were you saying was your problem?
I'm going to have a procedure on my back because I have all kinds of bulging discs and arthritis, and I can barely walk.
Really?
Been there, done that.
Really? Oh, boy. Well, I guess I'm feeling better about me then, I guess, you know.
Are you going to make it to Alex's show? I hope so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so. I got my tickets.
He's got his tickets.
Yeah.
We haven't talked about colonoscopies in quite a while.
No, I haven't had a colonoscopy in years because after a certain age, they don't think it's a good idea. Okay. You know, so I haven't had a colonoscopy since the last one.
I just miss it. I just miss talking about them.
Oh, you do miss?
Yeah. It just.
I got one coming up in 2026 if you want to come watch.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I'll watch. I like watching those videos.
Years ago.
Yeah, so do I. The big widescreen TV that they
Yeah.
have.
Well, you know what I got to tell you what I love about colonoscopies, okay? I know this sounds a little weird, but I enjoy the being put out with propofol, because, and not because it's any, you know, you suddenly get really high and go, oh man, wow. No, the minute it hits, it's just a brief second or two, but man, what a high, you know, and then you're out, you know.
Yep.
Either that, or
I
you're
do
being,
mine with
either that or
nothing.
you're being buried next to Michael Jackson. You know.
Yeah, really. You start that minute. Yeah, that's right. You start dancing like Michael Jackson.
Yeah, yeah. But so you have to go have what, back surgery now?
They inject some kind of stuff in there.
Oh,
But I have
back
to go to
shot?
the surgery center and have it.
Yeah, I've done that.
I've done. I had done that.
It's like a nerve deadening thing or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Four sets. They have to hit the 4 sets or something.
Epidural, numb it up.
Well, but it's supposed to last for a year or so.
Oh, really?
This is what Marjorie gets shots in her back maybe every 3 months.
No, that's like cortisone. This is a
this
different
isn't
thing.
cortisone. This is something else, believe it or not.
Oh,
for her
okay.
back. She has stuff in her hand, like I have stuff in my hand. She has something in her knee. She uses the cortisone. In fact, she's 90% cortisone, by the way. I just want
She's water and cortisone.
Right. But cortisone's kind of a pretty good deal, you know.
Yeah.
I think it's cool, actually, if you want to be honest about it. So.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm getting something else. I don't even know. I can't remember what the hell he said it was.
Yeah.
Bleach will work.
Bleach
is good. You just
bleach will work.
Put it in the IV, put it in your arm, and just
maybe we could even look at injecting it.
Well, you know, in another couple of weeks, I'm going to be 86.
Yay.
Yay.
Well, and I'll be 67, so I'm catching up to you.
Yep. But the thing is that I get really depressed about it, and then I think about it and I go, "Why am I depressed? I'm 86." You know?
Most people don't live that long.
No, actually, in New York City, they came out with a statistic. You know what the average lifespan is in New York City?
74.
No, you would think it was less, right? 83 degrees. I mean, 83.
83 degrees.
83 years is the average
Wow, that's
life
good.
expectancy of a New Yorker. I don't know what they were attributing it to, but it has a lot to do with the medicine here in New York. I mean, we have some of the finest hospitals available to us.
Right.
Things like that. I mean, so far I've had some pretty damn good medicine, and
It's the exposure to rat shit because it
is.
builds up your immune system.
what happened to
Charlie, he went into outer space.
Yeah, right.
I don't know what happened to me.
He
Charlie
launched or
Wallace?
something.
Go to your. I think you may have maybe
Green screen.
turned off your. No, he didn't. Isn't using a green screen.
My image went away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, wait a minute. Hold on a second.
We see your green screen.
Go to your settings and say you don't have a green screen. Okay, that you don't have a green. Oh, that you do have a green screen. Do that. Let's see what happens.
I'm not getting the background.
Well, you go to video and then you go to adjust background and effects.
Ah, there you go.
Okay, and what do you got? What do you got there?
Choose background.
Oops.
There's you. There's you. And
There you go. You got rid of your background, and now we see you in your bedroom again.
see?
Yeah.
Yep. Well, that's fine. So much for being
I'll leave
fancy.
it there.
Yeah.
Only got a few minutes left.
Yeah. But anyway, so what the hell? It's
So at 83, huh? I got 3 more years.
huh?
At 83 is when you die in New York.
Yeah, when you
That's
die in New York.
average.
Yeah.
Well, I live in Connecticut.
Mhm.
Oh.
I get another 3 days.
You're only an hour away from New York.
I know.
Yeah. But
go there
I mean,
occasionally.
we're only 10 days separation, you and me, Alex.
10-day
On-
separation?
By date, yeah.
Yeah.
By
Yeah.
date. I'm 10 days later than you.
Yeah. Well, so I'm
And a few years.
and a few years. Yeah. Well,
You could be
know.
Alex's son.
Oh, don't say that, please.
Yeah, really.
If he were my kid, I'd kill myself. Okay.
He's nowhere near as bad as Eric.
Eric.
Eric Strong.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh man.
That's
Oh.
only because I send Charlie computers. He says things nice about me. And he'll never buy another Dell computer. He'll take them for free, but not buy.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Have you used his computer yet?
Oh, I used it a lot when I was with what's her name?
No, what's her name?
What's her name?
Wait a minute. It's the only
I've
girl.
never go-
It's
I've
the
never
only
given out
girlfriend
her
you've
name.
had in the last 10 years. You call her what's her name?
No, I know. She didn't want me to identify her to.
She went from soulmate to what's her name?
Yeah.
Well,
so
when
That
you
sucks.
fall off a ladder doing something for her, and the next day you go over there and you won't.
Yeah.
do something
This
for
guy
her,
goes
and
over.
you kick him to the curb. I mean,
Yeah.
she becomes what's her name?
She
Yeah.
needed somebody to do some kind of thing that required a ladder, right?
Yep.
And you got up on the ladder and then you fell, right?
Yep.
Oh boy.
Now you did this for her.
Yeah. I didn't want to put that picture.
And
up
shortly
over the
after
window.
that, she left you?
That's
Yeah,
messed up.
because for a week I couldn't do anything for her, and then, she knew I watched the Cowboys on Sunday, and so she wanted me to do something on Sunday, and I said, "Well, I'm watching the Cowboys. I'll do it tomorrow." And then she told me don't ever contact her again. So I go, okay.
What, because of the game?
I guess the very first paragraph of my
Okay,
my
let me
online,
ask you. Let
profile.
me ask you right now. If she said to you, "You can't ever watch the football games on Sunday," okay?
He would have left her.
I would have left then. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Who would you miss more, the games or her?
No, I wouldn't miss her if she was going to say something like that.
Wow.
He's not a Cowboy fan.
And I don't miss her now. I mean, I'm better off without her.
Yeah, it sounds
right.
like it.
I'm
Yeah,
not
really.
falling off any ladders now.
And you were driving her son in the middle of the night all over the
Yeah,
place?
at 2 o'clock in the morning, I was picking our
It's the
grandson
best.
picking him up at work.
Wow. Wow. That's terrible. I'm so happy for you because, you know, later in life, it's a little hard to find a girlfriend, to find
Yeah.
somebody to spend time with like that. And I was very lucky in meeting, you know, Marjorie. And
Yeah.
I think we met when I was
68 or something.
68, something like that. Yeah. So I felt very lucky, you know. And she felt very lucky too. She doesn't anymore, but she did then. But I felt very lucky. You know, what a wonderful thing. You know, I didn't
long as
expect
you-
that to happen to me.
She'll love you as long as you pay for the tennis channel.
Wait a minute, I just noticed something. Ray has a mustache.
Yeah, where did that
Suddenly.
come from? You didn't have it a few minutes ago.
Oh.
I was waiting.
Oh, God.
I saw it happen instantly.
Now he has a goatee.
Goatee, yeah.
Pretty amazing when you think about it.
Yeah, but, you know, you got that. I wonder if
It's a Zoom feature.
if I use that Zoom feature on my face, would my beard disappear?
No,
Get
but
darker, I think.
you don't use makeup, do you? I mean, it's good. One side of your face is one color, the other side's another color.
Where? Who, me?
Yeah.
What do you mean? Well, no, it's the light.
Oh, okay.
Well, it looks
It's
the
the
same to
light.
me.
Looks the same to me, too.
Yeah, he's
It's
always
the
got.
same to me too. I heard him talking to Lori about makeup.
Yeah, well, I sometimes do use a little bit of makeup because I have some rosacea up here, and I don't like it to show up particularly.
Don't you use Metro Cream? Put the Metro.
I was
Cream
using
on.
it, but then I got some medicine. I had it here, and I got some medicine and got rid of it.
Really, what kind of medicine? What was it called?
I don't know. I went to the skin doctor. He gave me like 2 different things, and I used it religiously for about a month, and it got rid of it.
My doctor, I went to a skin guy, and he then told me, "Oh, you got to use this cream," and then he sold it to me, and it turned out he was packaging it.
Oh, no, I didn't do that. I got a
Yeah.
prescription.
Yeah. I mean, but this guy, look at what he did, you know. So
Yeesh.
Metro Cream, right?
No, I don't know. It's some kind of complex name. I don't know.
yeah. Here we are, folks. The last
this.
couple of minutes of the show, let's
Right.
just talk about creams and
This
lotions.
is what it was.
I don't know. I have to look. I never looked at the name.
Well, I've got to get some cream or something. You know, I'm tired of putting the makeup on. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I put the Metro Cream on my nose and sides of my face that get red here.
Yeah, that's what I did. Yeah,
Keeps it that's where rosacea hits and
Yeah.
along the eyebrow.
especially after I get a colonoscopy.
It's generic. It's cheap. You get a big.
You know what
tube
he
of it.
what he told me to use was if you have like Head and Shoulders, it's some dandruff.
Yes.
You can use that because really what this is, especially when it gets a little flaky and stuff, it is dandruff.
Yeah, but I had to get prescription dandruff shampoo because it wasn't working.
Yeah. Well, it didn't work for me either.
Yeah,
Yeah. So anyway, gee, we're
that's
almost.
amazing stuff.
Yeah. So anything new? You doing any plays at all, Ray?
I dropped out of one because of my back.
Oh, really?
Oh, you had it before it was done? Oh.
No, I finished that one, but I was dying every night when I went on stage because my back was killing me. And then I started another one. I said, "Forget it, man. I got to get this thing fixed. I can't do this to myself anymore."
Right. Right.
I was having trouble standing up.
Yeah, well, get it taken care of because things like that, you know, all they do is they just bother you, and then they spoil your quality of life.
Yeah, and then the stress just makes it worse. So
I have this big pain in my back every night, but it just turned. Okay, I had forget about my timing. It turns out it was Marjorie. So anyway. And it
almost worked.
It was really a pain in my ass, it turns out. That's the joke. Anyway. Wait a minute. That's the wrong theme song.
That was Michael Schneider, right?
It was Michael Snyder's theme. Anyway, thank you so much, Alan. Not Alan. I'm going to get to you in a second. Jeff. Thanks to you, Charlie. Good having you here. Alan, wonderful that you joined us this evening. Nice to see you again, Charlene. And of course,
Sure.
Ray, always a pleasure when you're here. Everybody, I think you should give a big wave goodbye, and I'll give a big wave goodbye at you, okay? There they go, folks. That's our citizen panel for tonight. And we'll have another one forming tomorrow night, same time, right here. There's no Amy tonight, but we'll see her tomorrow night. In the meantime, I'm going to get the hell out of here. I'll see you on tomorrow night, same time, same station in life. In the meantime, as always, if you see her, of course, tell her I love her, all right? Okay.